Guys, hello. Welcome everybody to today's video as we are talking about this incredible opportunity that I have. Me and my family have recently moved to Oregon, and man, it is an absolute honor and a privilege. The Lord is doing some incredible things, and today we're just going to be talking about our trip. We drove for 30 hours over 3.5 days with me, my son who's like 1.5, and my wife. It was an incredible journey. It was so much fun. And so I've got some photos. I just want to talk a little bit about the trip, share some beautiful parts that I've gotten to see. And so we're going to jump on into that, man. And so first and foremost, we're going to take a look. You may be wondering right now, Pastor Influence, why in the world do you have a bass as your first photo on this story of your trip to Oregon? Well, let me tell you how our trip started. We packed up and moved, but before we get too far into that, we did actually go visit Phoenix's, my wife's mom, while we were up there, and I got to do a little fishing, so I wanted to show off this fish. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute, but let's start off. We are gonna the first photo we are going to look at is this one right here. So here is a picture of me and 3 incredible young men. Man, these guys are some incredible dudes. Guys, these guys are some of the most incredible young men that I have had the privilege and honor of building a relationship with. For those of you that don't know, I actually was the young adult pastor at the Well Church in Springfield before I took on the role as the community pastor of XP Church. And so these are some young men that I had the honor and privilege of ministering to. And they came out to help me and my family pack that big old pod you see behind us. So we got together with those young men. They helped us carry all the heavy things. And here's a funny story, guys. So me and Phoenix were ready to get a dolly to carry our washer and dryer down the stairs in our apartment complex. And those boys looked at us and they said, nah, we don't need no dolly. We could do it ourselves. And guess what? All credit to them, guys. They did it. They did an absolute incredible job. They helped us load a lot of our heavy things and helped us just go on the road. I cried a little bit. I got to hug on them, love them, and just thank them for coming to say goodbye. Phoenix was panicking, yes. Most of the day, Phoenix was panicking, but those guys came in clutch, like they really did. And so shout out to Tate, Gio, and Landon. Love you guys so much. If you guys see this, just know that you guys are, that I'm thankful for you guys. And I'm so grateful that the Lord brought us together and that I've watched you guys grow and mature into Christ-like disciples. Guys, I'm just proud of you. And so moving on, we're moving back to the bass photo. So me and Phoenix, we get loaded up on Thursday night, and then Friday, they come and pick up our pod with all of our things. They came, I believe, Phoenix, you can correct me if I'm wrong. They came, I believe, at like 2 p.m. on Friday to pick up our pod. By the way, if you guys have never seen or used pods before or any shipping company like that, it was a wild experience. They had this like mechanic thing that lifted the pod and put it on the trailer and lifted it off, and they dropped it in our parking space. And so We went on. The pods were cool. Okay, it was in the morning, but we were frantically packing our car to try and get out of there. I loved that place we lived in, by the way. It was absolutely incredible. All of our stuff was shipped, and so we figured it was time for us to say our goodbyes to that beautiful house and off on our journey we went. So we started our trip on Friday. But this part doesn't count in the 3.5 days. So we started our trip on Friday. And when we started our trip, we actually drove up to Kansas City to go visit Phoenix, my wife, her mom. So we spent the weekend with her, and it was high quality time, guys. Just letting you know now, Miss Rita's chocolate chip cookies, listen to me, are the best cookies you will ever have in your life. They are a chef's kiss. I got more Dr. Pepper than I could ever drink. I was in absolute heaven. Here's the deal too. What was really nice about this trip to go visit her mom and spend some quality time with family was she doesn't actually have internet. And so we were actually able to step away from everything for the weekend. We watched some really, really old movies. Phoenix, remind me, what was the name of that movie we watched? Guys, I talked Phoenix and her mom into watching a movie about fishing that her mom had. I think it's called The River Runs Through It. I think that's what it's called. It's got a young Brad Pitt. It was a great movie. I'd never seen it before, but they had fly fishing in it, so I wanted to watch it. It was just a great time. Literally got to spend time, got to laugh, have some good conversations. My son got to pet a horse and get to love on their horse. And then I got to do some fishing, as you could see. It actually was kind of chilly. In Missouri, it was kind of cold. But I ended up catching 2 bass. You can see my baby bass here. But the other bass, no lie, was about as big as my forearm. Like from here, from my wrist to my arm. And it was sweet. I reeled that bad boy in. My son was outside and I was lifting it up. I was like, yeah, look at me. And so caught some fish, watched some movies, ate some incredible chocolate chips, drank tons of Dr. Pepper, and got to spend some good quality time. Phoenix's mom. It was a great time, and I was so incredibly thankful for that. Now we did take a little video. This is me, and this is my wife, Phoenix. If you guys have not seen her before, but this is a small video of us leaving Missouri for what could be one of the final times we are actually in Missouri. That is the final time us as a family living in Missouri. When we drove through it, we knew that the Lord had us on a brand new adventure. And so we were super, super excited, super, super stoked. But guys, I got to tell you, this trip was absolutely incredible. We drove through quite a few different places. So our trip started us up through Kansas City. Then we drove through Nebraska. So Nebraska, if you guys didn't know, is just full of corn. It is so full of corn. It's kind of boring, not super interesting. And we stopped our first night in Cheyenne. It was cool. By the time so here's one thing that's really wild. We're not used to no lights. Like when we were driving into Cheyenne, it was as dark could be. And if it wasn't cloudy, we would have seen more stars than I've ever seen in my life. It would have been absolutely magical. But man, was it dark. It was crazy. Cheyenne was really, really cool. And then we continued on our journey from Cheyenne to where we stopped at a city just outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. And I got to show you guys, the next few photos I'm about to show you are some of the most beautiful views that we have seen from our trip. Here is the sign welcoming us to Utah, which was pretty cool. Listen, you could just tell the elevation began to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up from Springfield. And so all of that was pretty wild. And then we drove from Utah to a town right outside of Portland where we stayed in an Airbnb that night. And then we drove to our new house the next day. And so it took about 3 hours. We did a 9-hour drive, an 8.5-hour drive, and then a 7-hour drive, and then a 2-hour drive to our house. So now I'm about to show you some incredible photos of just our view, and I want to talk to you about them. Listen, look how green. Look at all this green. Look at all this green. We drove next to this railroad literally almost the entire trip. And the beauty, man, I got to tell you, like the way that we were able to, like just the awness of God that I had during this trip was absolutely insane. The awness of the Lord that I had in this trip was absolutely beautiful. So here's a good shot of some of these incredible trees that we saw on our drive. Guys, so we actually drove on top of a mountain, which is something I had never done before. That in and of itself was the fact that we were higher than this cloud. Do you see this? The fact that we were higher than this cloud was absolutely insane to me. Look at this awe God moment. The fact that we are higher than this cloud. Also, you can see it in the bottom corner. No, those are not guardrails. Those are actually snow stops. Callie, I see your comment, by the way. Caught the magic of growing bass, LOL. That's super funny. But yeah, the snow, so those things stop snow drifts from happening on the road. So as snow blows, it collects on these metal spots. They had wooden ones all throughout Idaho and Utah too. And their whole purpose is to stop snow from happening. We have this next pic. Just look at this, man. So this is us driving through Oregon. Guys, just look at that beauty. The clouds are literally like covering the top of this mountain, hill, whatever you want to call it. It's a mountain to me, okay? This is all brand new. I'm from the sticks of Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the Lord just reminded me, man, like, the Lord, he just is so good. Just how beautiful, man. He created all this beauty for us to enjoy, and I definitely just wanted you guys to enjoy it with me, and man, it's beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Now we've got some. So I am fascinated, guys, with rock facing walls. And so as we were driving through Utah, we would see tons of these just faces of rocks on the side of the road. And what's interesting is we actually have those in the Ozarks, but these are 15 times bigger than that. Look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. That bad boy's huge. Guys, we did see people in Utah rock climbing while we were driving. They were on the side of the road just rock climbing. That was unreal. That was crazy. It was crazy. I had never seen that before. It was insane. It was so cool. Now, this next picture, just look at that. Like, guys, I look at that and I'm just... Do you not see how good God is, guys? Yeah, it does. It does possum. It looks like the formation south of Branson. It's true. It's just look at that though. Like I was in awe. Literally driving through Utah. It's straight out of the game Peak. You're right, Hoagies. That's exactly what that is. That's straight out of Peak. Like, look at that though, guys. That's absolutely insane. Is it not? That's crazy. Like, just so stinking cool. It's just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, Phoenix has said she has sent pics. So now we are going to pull up some of Phoenix's pics that she sent. And so let's take a quick, some of these pics are absolutely gorgeous, Phoenix. Yeah, so we're going to take some Go to my pics. LOL. We're going to Phoenix pics right now. So guys, here is a picture of my pod. So this is what our pod looked like with some of our stuff as we were loading it. We had our dresser drawers with some clothes in it. We had some boxes ready to go. There's Phoenix's little treadmill, and that's how big our pod was. So it was 8 by 8 by 12, and man, the pod was everything we needed. Now I'm so glad we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, because we could not have fit more stuff in this pod. We couldn't have done it. Yeah, Possum, that's awesome. So there is a picture of our pod. The next picture we are going to be looking at is the picture of the beautiful welcome to Oregon sign. If you didn't know, we made it to Oregon. Guys, I almost missed that picture. I was the one in the passenger seat taking these pictures, and your boy almost missed it. But man, it was like, it was unreal driving next to that. And I say that because I was just like, wow, we're really doing this. Oh, did you take that pic? Oh, I was driving. That's right. I'm sorry, Phoenix. Let me apologize in advance and let you know that she took that pic. That was not me. That was not I. But still, like, it was surreal. LOL. Just realizing that we were actually moving to Oregon. It was absolutely insane. It was insane. It is crazy. Crazy. Our next photo is, guys, this view. Just look at this view, guys. Just look at this view. We're going down essentially a small mountain, and can you just look at this, guys? Zoom. Yes, ma'am. Look at those mountains, guys. Look at them. Do you see them? Do you see them? Do you see them? Do you see the mountains? It was beautiful, man. It was unreal. It was unreal. Now, I saved the best photo that Phoenix has sent. Yeah, Oregon is a little dry and crusty east of the Dales. It definitely was a little crusty. But the best picture I have to show you is the one we saved for very last. And that is this photo right here. Chapow. Guys, look at this. I want to see mountains, Gandalf. That's right, Sir Am. Guys, look at this mountain. Just look at that. Are you kidding me? Do you see that? We saw so many mountains like this on our trip. So many mountains. Yeah, it was in Wyoming, Phoenix. It was. And it was absolutely gorgeous. It was insane, guys. Here's what I'm going to leave you with, guys. As we took this journey. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, you can. Right here. Before we jump into what I was going to say, right here is some more of those snow stoppers. These pieces of what looks like wood fence are literally just to stop the snow drifts from happening in the road. If you like mountains, you would love Montana. Oh, that's awesome, Chad. That's so cool, dude. But guys, beautiful. And here's what I'm going to leave you with. I'm going to leave you with two things. One, as we were driving next to mountains this big. Yes. Okay. So as we were passing by mountains this big, and sometimes, guys, we would drive through a mountain from one side of the mountain all the way, and we would literally, it would be a short valley and then up another mountain. But then there were other mountains like this one where like there was a valley and then a big old mountain and then another valley. And man, as we drove past this, I was reminded of Psalms 23 verse 4, that even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Guys, the Lord just really began to remind me that even though we walk through what seems like hard, difficult times, through the valleys in our life, as we walk down the mountain to reach the other side, that the Lord is with you every step of the way. The Lord is with you. You will fear no evil because your rod and staff, it comforts you. Be comforted by the Lord in whether you are in a mountaintop season or a valley season. The other thing I want to encourage you with as we end this conversation about our trip to Oregon is just to trust the Lord in anything you're doing. Listen, this journey, this adventure that we have taken, me and my family, guys, we've moved here to Oregon to be the manager of a land center, to continue our mission to help gamers to know God, and to continue to be the community pastor at XP Church. And all of that is kind of molding together for one big mission to help gamers know about the love of Jesus. But here's the deal. Nothing worth doing won't have risk. And so if you feel that the Lord is leading you in a direction and you feel like it's risky, spend time with the Lord. And if the Lord tells you to go, trust that He is going to provide. Because the Lord will make a way even when there seems to be no way. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video on our trip to Oregon. We're going to keep you updated on all the things that the Lord is doing. Check out my Patreon down below on this video. Guys, if you would love to give, to be a part of helping gamers to know God, we would love to have you. And thank you to all those who support this mission of helping gamers to know God on Patreon, all the subs on Twitch, all the people that come hang out and stream. Thank you guys so much for the impact that you're making in the lives of gamers and helping gamers to know God. I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and guys, stay tuned for what the Lord is going to do. I want you to know, last but not least, be a positive influence in somebody's life. You never know the impact that you're going to have by just being positive. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.